Welcome to another episode of Under 30 CEOs with me, Rebecca. You can always call me the village girl. I am always excited to bring you stories of young entrepreneurs. My biggest hope being that you will be inspired to chase your vision. Today we are in Upper Hill with a very amazing lady. Her name is Bansi. Of course, she will introduce herself. And she has a very interesting and unique business. So stay tuned to hear her story. Hi Bansi.
Hi, hi Rebecca. What said I Bansi?
You wanted to call me Bansi?
Yeah.
Okay. So we can already see that you're wearing a Crystal Homecare uniform.
Yes.
So tell us about Crystal Homecare.
Alright, so Crystal was founded in last year, to be precise, on the 24th of February 2021. It was an idea after, a quick thought with my friends, and we're like, wait, so we had something very common. We hate hospital queues. And we kept wondering, wait, can all these things be done from home? So can't I call someone? Can't I have someone here? So we're like, but well, it's a business, so people can actually do it from home.
Yeah.
And then it's unfortunate that during that time in the country there was COVID, and so it came real handy at that particular time. So because now the patient will be taken care at home. People didn't want to go to hospitals anymore, so it came in very handy at that particular time.
So you are a co-founder?
Yes, I'm a co-founder. So we are 3 directors. We have Dr. Michael Menza and Alan Mzungu.
Okay. So I understand that you are a nurse?
Yes, I'm a nurse by training. I'm a community health registered community health nurse. I'm a community health nurse by training.
Okay. So you say that the reason you guys started Crystal Homecare is because you hate hospital queues. So you would say that
what we wanted was a seamless kind of healthcare. You're already sick. So you only want is to get treated in the easiest way possible. You get without all that back and forth. Go to the lab, go to So can we have all that thing done at home? And so we just wanted a very seamless kind of healthcare management, especially for those who, for one reason or the other, are not able to go to hospitals. So we even have disabled parents, we have disabled colleagues or disabled friends who probably have a cold, and try to move them from one place to the other. Even the amount of time and money that you spend on the road will be similar to the amount of time and money that a person would have come and checked you from home. Probably gotten the medicine from the online pharmacies these days. So that's it. That breed home to Crystal.
So that's what Crystal is about, treating patients from home?
Yes. Although we have different packages and different services we offer. So we have physiotherapy, we have occupational therapy, we have nursing. So nursing, I mean the times we need to have medications done from home, the times we need to have wound dressed from home. So that includes from the title nursing. So we have critical care nursing. By that I mean there are those patients who are very sick at home, like they're for one reason or the other bedridden, for one reason or the other need oxygen support from home. The patients who can be off hospital and can be managed at home as long as there's a healthcare profession. We also have newborn mothers and babies. The mothers who get quite ill after the childbirth and even before. And those people were even told to be on bed rest. So those are people who can't be up and about. So to make it easy, so we have medics who come visit you from home. We have So during that particular time, we had the COVID-19 solutions.
Yeah.
So these are patients who had actually gone through even stigma from home and stigma in hospitals. So we will go check them from home.
Yeah.
If there's need for oxygen supply, of course, the support with support of the doctors and whatever background, whatever test that requires me to call you COVID-19 positive patient.
Yeah.
So we had all that checked and are we to treat you. Luckily, we all had positive patients. Where we also have elder care. Elder care, I mean, these patients are not sick, but these patients, due to old age, have gotten to a place where they are actually dependent on someone to be with them.
Yeah.
On a maximum time. People who they were actually our parents, our grandparents, who now require that care. And due to the kind of, let's say, the kind of lifestyle we're living right now, we have, we've put ourselves, we are working, for example, we are working, and we want to take care of them. So we cannot leave work and assuming they took care of themselves. So we've had, that's why we have people to take care of them at home. With old age, diseases come to be.
Yeah.
So maybe probably diabetes, hypertension, and we don't want it to escalate to a different level. So we have healthcare professions who, if you put a healthcare, instead of putting your aunties, your uncles, when you have someone who is actually trained, then you're able to prevent or even be able to take care of this elderly until to improve their quality life. Because old age has no reversal.
Yeah.
Old age has no reversal.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Okay.
For physio and occupational therapy, I think there's a difference between both of them.
Okay.
Physio is what you get to probably treat a certain ailment. I'll give this one as an example. So you get injured and you break your arm. So after healing, you need to return your muscles back to whatever, to align your muscles, for example, and perhaps return back to full hand function. That's physiotherapy. But when it comes to occupational therapy, we have things that it's just as you say occupational. It's you having something that cannot actually go back to where it was, but then we teach you how to live with it. And perhaps maximize to the best you can.
Okay.
So that comes very handy with children, especially with congenital diseases.
Yeah.
And for one reason or the other, the ones that have become permanently disabled. Yes.
Crystal inamaanisha nini?
Anyway,
so why Crystal?
Why
the name?
Crystal?
Yeah.
To be honest, my daughter is called Sai. My daughter is called Sai.
Sai.
C-Y. What are the number?
C-Y?
Yes.
You called your daughter C-Y?
From my name,
that's
Bansi.
unique. Oh.
So the last two letters. Sikutaka kufikiria sana.
Okay.
But then that's her name. So I thought I wanted a name that would look similar to it. So that's so Crystal came. Actually just came. Like, can I call it Crystal? And did a few inquiries, and nothing like that in the Kenyan maps. So like, go for it. I registered it. Kapita. So kali kishakubali
ikishakubali hivyo. How do you get patients who need home care?
At first it was word of mouth. We really needed to talk with doctor friends, whoever. We just spoke about it.
Yeah. And
we found that's how we've actually gotten our clients all through till date. Word of mouth has been that. Although we also have digital marketers who have put our brand out there.
Okay.
So especially on social media's website and so that's how we got clients.
So the first time it was word of mouth?
Yes, it was word of mouth actually.
Okay.
You told a friend, and my friend told actually did this for my dad, and that's how we got our first patient.
Wow. And you guys were lucky because you were already working at a hospital.
Yes. So I have a hospital background. Alan is a lawyer.
Okay.
Alan is a lawyer.
Nahi, how many caregivers do you have? Because you said that you...
7.
You have 7?
We employ on, part of the challenges I will say, we employ on local basis. By this I mean you cannot keep someone permanently on a payroll unless the patient requires us to have that person permanently. Medics are very hard to get.
Okay.
That is inclusive of me. My CV has hospital in, hospital out.
Yeah.
Of nilikuwa huko nikatoka nikaenda nikatoka go to school. So putting someone quite permanently most of the time here it becomes a challenge. So we have nurses, physios, OTs, and doctors on locum basis.
So the reason it's locum, the reason you're not doing it permanently is because you still haven't found any patients who need that.
We have found. There's one who is on permanent payslip. There's one on permanent. Okay.
So she or he goes there
every day. Find, let's say, for example, in this, I'm going to be very honest with you. So, if this patient is terminally ill and you're taking care of that patient, we can actually go in today, set up, take care of them Monday, Tuesday, Friday, they die. So you see, so we imagine that person on a payslip for a business. How you have to pay him or her. You have to
na mtu amepass.
So probably they actually prefer. They actually prefer being paid per hour or per day.
Okay, that's nice. And are people comfortable with home care aid? Like,
normally you have to get the family because it is unlike me going to hospital and finding a male doctor and a male nurse. At home, they have their choice. I want to be seen by a female doctor. I want to be seen by a female nurse. Preferably, I would want a person who speaks mother tongue. Because my mother cannot speak mother tongue. Okay. Right? At least we're dealing with people of all diversities. I prefer a male because I'm leaving my dad. I cannot leave my dad with a female medic. So that one is actually to your side, to what you want. I prefer an older lady, prefer an older nurse, I prefer a young one, I prefer this. So we have had to actually, as part of our mission, it is individualized. It is individualized. So this is what you want, this is what you get. Yes.
And so your caregivers, they have to be super friendly.
Yes, it is not easy to deal with people from home. And keep this in mind, we cannot put tents in people's houses. But now this is where this person is going to sleep. They provide where the patient needs, where the staff is going to sleep. So in every home, there's a way when you have a visitor, there are changes. And there's a way you also feel as a person sleeping there. The comfort. That times even you'll find due to various reasons, the only thing that is available is a bed. And they've maybe rented this house because maybe out of the country. And the nurse has to sleep somewhere. So you find that they sleep on the seats, they sleep not very easy. It requires a lot of self and self-sacrifice. But since we are actually doing it for this patient, then we actually don't feel it. But a way to actually motivate or take care of our staff is now we alternate. That way there's no fatigue. We cannot keep one person for more than 12 to 24 hours, depending on the work that is being done. We don't only employ caregivers. We employ doctors. We employ physiotherapists. We employ occupational therapists. We employ nurses, qualified nurses. And we also employ people called nurse aides.
Nurse aides?
Yes. They've done a basic course in nursing, but they can't do so much of the medical course. But they can assist when it comes to maybe turning the patients, the diaper changes. So they actually do that. They're actually trained on how to, much better trained to engage these patients from home.
Oh, so they're already trained. You guys don't train them.
We get people who are trained. It's we only have an induction phase. So like we tell you, this is what is our mission, this is what we expect from you, so that you can provide it to our standard. Yes. So there's an induction phase where we can tell you and things like that.
I feel kama niko majuu already kwa sababu I feel like huko ndiko maybe they have all these
we're bringing majuu to Kenya.
But that's nice. But that's a very very good business. When now the doctors, the caregivers, the nurses, the nurse aides, but they didn't know about nurse aides. So when they visit home, when they visit the patients, how do you guys monitor them?
We go.
You go there?
Yes, we go. We all go. Either me and the other directors, one of us feels free to, depending on whoever is available, or yes, we go.
You go to supervise?
Yes, we have to go supervise.
Every time or once in a while?
It depends. Patients are different. The patients you have to see every day.
Yeah.
The patients who probably alternate days. But the times we actually, for the staffs we've actually inducted very well. We don't have to because we entrust you with our patients. Yes. The patients so we have different phases of supervisions.
Okay.
No, we don't have an elderly home. Although we had thoughts of doing that, and well, since we haven't put it up, or perhaps it could be something we can do. I cannot say no, I don't have. Yes, I might have later in life, depending on behavior and depending on how the patient's needs will be. Yes, as I said, it is for you. So if you find that we're not able to take care of you at home, and we need you somewhere, yes. And I've also read from if you check home care in different countries, especially the first and second world countries, they've actually made them to stay together because they share the same problems. And psychologically they feel so happy and they have mutual stories. You know, you've been nursed at home, it's very depressing.
Yeah.
That's like when you have a cold and everybody's like, oh, you have a flu, everybody just segregates away from you. So suddenly you're old and everybody just leaves. So you have also age as a factor, pain. Sometimes these people have so much pain because of diseases. 1 minute they feel they're able to stand, the next they are not able to stand for a reason or the other. Yeah. So if you put these people together, then they have some mutuality, so it motivates them. They make jokes about each other, and perhaps even improves the quality of life.
So you have plans to start an elderly home?
Yes.
That's nice. And do you guys get very difficult patients? And do you get them?
I cannot call anyone difficult.
Yeah.
I cannot call anyone difficult. By difficult, unless you tell me you're sick. Yeah. You're sick and we are difficult. That requires you to be in hospital. Stubborn? To be honest, I'm not.
You've not?
All of us have weaknesses and strengths. The patients who will always be at your neck, for example, will always be at your neck. Yeah. But with patients and trying to actually tell them what they're going through and explaining to them, they calm down eventually. So this patient has come with a lot of anxiety. Especially actually it comes from the relative mostly. Not even the patients. The patient is actually sick. So it comes from the relatives and maybe feel they're taking care of these patients and they're able to be there. So the questions will always come in, so the questions will always come in, and there are also, apart from the questions, people who feel like they need better, whatever. So most of the times we try to explain to these patients and make them understand what they're going through and not to anticipate. Okay. But also engaging them from the first day and telling them what to expect. Don't promise them heaven on earth. And there's no heaven on earth. Just be honest and candid with them. Then it's much easier to.
Okay, so the relatives can be a bit stubborn.
Relatives, sometimes.
Okay, so no, that's how you. And how do you handle them?
But then when it comes to staff, sometimes they're even draining. Sometimes they drain your staff. So you have to keep also engaging the staffs and telling them this is what you expect, this is what, then it calms them down.
Okay. So you prepare your staff now?
Yes, psychologically.
Yeah.
But at least since they are medics, we are even from school we are already wired to deal with these people.
Yeah.
So.
Because we've gone to hospitals and of course we've met rude nurses. Why are they rude, by the way? Because I'm sick. I don't need it to be
let
rude.
Let me tell you, just like in any, but you actually experience a change because there's an aid that is going to come that will not be like that. Because even government hospital these days, we even have we are being monitored on how we treat our patients. So they become very important to us.
Okay.
Well, I'm in a private setup, but I can't really feel it. And because for me, the client is always right.
Yeah,
most of the time.
Of course, yeah.
Always right. But even in government, it will actually change. There will be that kind of phase where the rudeness will end. Probably if there's rudeness.
Okay.
But as I say, we are all unique individuals.
Yeah.
We are all unique individuals.
Yeah.
And the way perhaps even I've been brought up and the way I carry myself and the way, even whatever I'm going through, we're not here to be perfect. But in case you ever experienced that, it is nicely you ate out to whatever channel it is there, then you're able to provide a better healthcare system for you.
Okay.
Because healthcare is bound to be there for life, because at some point we fall sick and it's something that we all need. So it's an important thing.
Okay. Do you love your job?
I love my job.
Yeah.
Absolutely love my job. I have there's a passion to it, and the content that I actually get with thank you, my dad got well, thank you, we are doing much better, thank you, you have managed to do this, thank you, we went to surgery, thank you, my daughter is doing fine. Those things keep you going.
Wow.
Leave alone the financial aspect of financial growth.
Yeah.
But even the motivation and you see, it's actually, yes.
What are some of the challenges that you faced so
Oh,
far? You said
yeah.
you started last year in
Yes.
February.
Yes.
So it's been a
I think
year
the challenge-
and 2 months.
A year, 2 months.
Yeah.
So the challenge I've faced is just at first was the staffing. Getting to have that tailor-made staff, not very easy, because it's not very easy to have that tailor-made staff. You want a Kikuyu nurse who lives close to your place.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes very hard. And getting to your way and even explain to this client that this is what we have and this is the best we can do for you now.
Yeah.
So it requires time. In home care, the home care emergencies, in as much as we are trained to take care of these patients at home, the home care emergencies sometimes require urgent responses to hospitals. So in those instances, sometimes you have to, it's all fracas and all chaos to a hospital, to wherever it is.
Okay.
The other challenges we faced is financial. Healthcare is very draining, and telling someone that this is the amount of money that you're going to spend with me, for example, being at home, and they're like, "Oh, you're too expensive. You're doing this." Well, we don't put our services, or we don't value. Telling a client that you don't value the money more than whatever you're going to provide. Yeah. But balancing that is also a challenge, because the family is also strained. The family is also strained, and they're like, this is what we have, and this is what we want. We want you to help us. This is the amount of. Sometimes we have to also go out of our way, because we're also human beings. Yeah. Out of our way to actually make sure we provide this healthcare service to these patients. Yeah. So it's not always money, not always. Yeah. So that's a challenge.
Yeah. So speaking of being expensive, do you guys take insurance?
No, we're not yet there yet. Yeah. We're not yet there, but we are actually talking to a few people on regards to corporate providence of home care. And insurances are adapting it these days because mathematically speaking, being in a hospital for long and being with me at home, hospital is more expensive. Sometimes more expensive. So sometimes the home care becomes easier. And then there are things that can never be treated, as we said. And as much as you stay in hospital for a whole year, and there's no reversal, and if that thing can be done at home, it becomes an easier burden for even the corporates. Another thing of even being at home, why do we provide this care at home? If you are sick and you have let's take this for example, you have a flu, and your spouse or your friend is able to give you some lemon water at home, you feel much better, other than you have left and gotten to hospital and wait for your lab test to be out, wait for this test to be out. Suddenly you had that quite easy. At home, there's a quality of life is much better. Having your relatives around you, having your friends to visit you, it is very overwhelming to visit someone on your visiting hours. To come and see me at 1 to 2. Most of the time, it's become a crowd comes to hospital visit you, and everybody leaves. And then if it is prolonged, the family does not visit. Let's be honest, the family does not visit you for quite a long time. It is overwhelming, it is expensive, and it is, people have to get on with their lives. So if it is something that is going to take a prolonged hospital stay, if you're at home, it is much better managed because everybody gets to see you in the evening after work. So and you're still at home, you enjoy your fruits and your food. Your hair is paying for hospital bed and hospital food. That's something you can get from home.
Yes. Okay. Then do you guys do some tests from home?
Yes, we do. We engage ourselves with other lab facilities. I said we cannot do it alone. So we have people who actually do teleradiology. People who come to those machines, do X-rays and whatever from home. We have laboratories that actually do labs that actually do home care services. So we actually just call them and they come. For drugs these days, it's actually even a WhatsApp or a call away, and the drugs are brought home. So at least with the current platforms we have, it's been very easy to provide these cares at home.
Okay. So as a young person, when you were starting that business, did you ever doubt yourself?
Yes, I have doubted myself so many times, and being honestly speaking, sometimes it's the emotional bit of having a business, the emotional bit of trying to learn how the marketing, learning the market, what the market needs. Learning. So you need to learn how the business is. That was lesson number 1. Number 2, I needed to learn how do I put my business out there. So for me, I want to be the best. So what do I do to be the best? So the best are doing this. So you have to keep up with it. So yeah, just like you, as you call yourself the village girl, you have not come from those families that so dad, this is it. This is what I want. Here's the money. No, we've not come from those places. We've not. So we've had to sacrifice, and for us to be there, we've had to actually even go out of our way and
Okay.
So I think the emotional bit, this is the physical drainage. Just like any business, we've had to deal with challenges as they come. Business is financially, emotionally, and mentally draining sometimes. The days you wake up and wondering, what am I doing here? Am I sure this is what I want? Now there's no client and you're like, wait, why again am I doing this business?
Nazarudi kwa nurse.
Nazarudi kwa hospitali na nifanya mtu kazi. So
okay.
Just like any other young entrepreneur, we learn as the day comes in. And as Christianity says, God is very faithful. God has been faithful. We still have kept up with being there. Kept up. We are trying to even put some office spaces and yeah, we've gotten somewhere. We are not where we started. This is for young entrepreneurs. We're not where we started.
Yeah.
And the only difference between now and you being successful is time. So time and effort. So as long as you put in the time and the effort, then the rewards come. They may not be as immediate.
Yeah.
But with time, they come. So trust your time, trust the effort.
Yeah. So when you told your family that mimi naanza home care.
Hey, mama yangu.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean I'm quitting my job to go start a business.
Kuna mtu aliniambia mama yangu aliniambia hapana. Kuna tuma CV hata kupitia kwa HR, you know, we face that.
Hadi anakutafutia.
Yes.
Yeah.
My dad was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure this is what you want?" Well, fathers would piga kifua kidogo.
Yeah.
At least when mother said this, father said this.
Yeah.
But I've had a very good networking friends who've actually pushed me to wherever they are. Others will actually post on my behalf and they're like, "Okay, Bansi, you feel bad, there's no patient?
Yeah.
Let me post on your behalf, perhaps they let me traction."
Wow.
So we've had some friends have been very supportive. Sometimes we've lost friends. Because honestly speaking, when you go to business, your financial status is not the same.
Yeah.
Your financial status is not the same. So if you're used to going out, then you can't.
Yeah,
there's no that cash flow of going out, and small sacrifices. That's what has kept it going.
Yes. You said you have a daughter, Sai. But then she has a very interesting name, Sai. Can you imagine that, Sai?
For her, she's 6 years old. She's learned to. This is what
so
mom does.
School,
yes, she's in school. This is what mom does. So she kinda has. Actually, you'll see her doing funny things with her toys. Those doctor toys that they have these days.
Wow.
So she's learned it well. She understands this. I have to find a balance. There's time for work. Yeah. There's time for business. There's time for family.
Yeah.
So as a mother, I have to balance both.
Okay. So as a boss, of course you're a boss, you know, like young entrepreneur. And that is CEO. So when you say CEO, we mean boss. We mean boss. Yeah. So do you ever have free time? Like for now, the kazi.
For now, let's be honest. Just as I said, I can only do the best at every particular time. You do your best at home. You do your best at work. We sometimes I have to go an extra mile to achieve whatever balances I need to do in life. But for now, I just do the best I can at any particular time. So I have the time for family, I utilize it to the full time. I have time for business, then you work for it.
Yeah. So what would you encourage a young person who wants to start? Probably, because I'm sure when some people will watch this, someone will watch this video and be like, "Oh, by the way, I've always wanted to start a home care." So what would you tell them?
First of all, go for everything. Anything you want to do in life, go for it.
Yeah.
Go for whatever, no matter how insane it sounds to others, just go for it. And do it with a passion. And it keeps you going. Because you can open a shop today and if you don't feel passionate about it, you close it tomorrow. Yeah. And sometimes you actually operate these businesses on negatives. But then since the passion is there, then keep going. And it becomes something you can actually do.
So what's the future for Crystal?
The future for Crystal will be probably putting up a facility. We're also thinking of putting that elderly home for the perhaps the old patients. Maybe that's or maybe just a rehab center. Yes, so that's the future. And as much as we want to offer so many philanthropic services to humans, to people, then So that's it. That's a future for Crystal.
Okay. Okay, so thank you so much, Bansi. You only told us your first name.
My name is Bansi Murema Munjiri.
Murema.
Yes.
Kikuyu or Kimeru?
Kikuyu.
Kikuyu. Yeah. She has a unique name. From Nyahururu. Nyahe. Yeah. Oh, watu wa Nyahururu wanapenda kazi, by the way. Yeah, we shall get to that. So thank you so much for allowing us to interview you. We've learned so much. But they personally have learned so much because, well, I don't know anything about healthcare. I mean, I know the basic things that we are supposed to know. But now, Basi has taught me a lot because at least I've known what OTs are. Because she talked about OT, because they do OTs. You say OTs?
They're called occupational therapists.
Oh, occupational
alone.
Occupational therapy. Yeah, because it's like OT. Right? It sounds like a person's name. Yeah. So I'm sure you've also learned. And if you're there and you want to start a home care, Bansi is here. So we list the website on the description box and also their contacts. So if you have any patient that you would like Bansi to come and take care of them, or Crystal Homecare to come and take care of them, then you can always contact them, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So are you guys on Instagram?
Yes, we're on Instagram, Crystal Homecare Kenya. Facebook, Crystal Homecare Kenya.
Yeah.
Website, Crystal Homecare Kenya. LinkedIn, Crystal Homecare Kenya.
Wow. They are on all social media platforms.
Websites,
yeah. It's for any TikTok.
Yes, it's for TikTok.
Yeah. I hope you've been inspired by Bansi. Until next time, bye.